What's up, Michael Jordan collectors and investors? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. So I decided to add the 1984 Star Michael Jordan XRC to my update. That card is picking up some steam and it's getting some pretty good respect as a alternative to the more expensive 86 footer Michael Jordan rookie card. So Card Gems here, welcome to my channel. This is today's February 17th Michael Jordan rookie card market report. All right, let's dig into this. So checking on the auction houses, we'll go to Robert Edwards auction first. His PSA 10 is still up to $320,000. The PSA 10 sticker is up to $110,000. If we go down here, we got a PSA 9 for $31,000 and the PSA 8 for $8,000. These have like 4 days left on them. So if we go to Golden Auctions, there's a pair of PSA 10s here for $425,000 each. There's a PSA 10 sticker with the entire set of PSA 10s. It's up to $140,000. There's a PSA 10 sticker. It's up to $120,000. Look, here's a Star card. It's a PSA 8. PSA doesn't grade these anymore, so this is a rare card. So $72,000 for that one. Here's a SGC 9.5. It's up to $39,000. And here's a BGS 9.5 up to $86,000. If you add the buyer's premium, it's like over $100,000 right now. This has a 10 center and a 9 on the surface. So if we check Heritage Auctions, they still have a PSA 10 up to $470,000. So a buyer's premium, that's like $564,000. Here's a PSA 9. It's up to $40,000. There's a SGC 9.5 up to $62,500. Go down here, we got a PSA 8 that's up to $15,000, a BGS 8 $7,000, and a PSA 7 up to $6,250. So heading over to cardladder.com, we have this PSA 1 here. So in case you don't know, I work my way up from the lowest grade to the highest grade. So if you don't care about the low ends, you could skip ahead. And after that, I do the sticker rookie card, and then I do the Star rookie card, or XRC. So this is the PSA 1 here, has a pop of 130. For the past month, it has averaged for $3,703, but the last one being sold on the 15th for $2,500. So quite a drop off there. But you know, these very low grades are all about the eye appeal. The record high is 5,125. If we look on eBay, we have one here for 4,350 with 36 bids. Here's one 5,500, no bids. That one has a big crease through the center of it. Here's one for basically 6,000. Buy it now. So that's the cheapest that you can get it for a buy it now. If we look at the PSA 2, it has a pop of 174. For the past month, it has sold for an average 4,503. Last sold for 5,300 on the 6th tier, and that was also the record high for that card. We check eBay. We have one here for 3,000, one bid. Here's one for 3,500, 22 bids. There's 4,500, no bids. 4,850, 53 bids. This has really good eye appeal. And this is the cheapest you can negotiate for about $6,500 or best offer. So we look at the PSA 3, has a pop of 329. Sold on average the last month for $5,500 to $51. Last sold for $5,600 to $55 on the 12th here. But the record high was $6,250. So if we check out eBay, we have one here for 4,300, 8 bids. Here's 4,300, 44 bids. Here's basically 7K, 0 bids. And this is the cheapest that you can negotiate right here, 8,500 or best offer. So if we look at the PSA 4, it has a pop of 669. For the past month, it has averaged for 7,224. Last sold for 6,399 right here on the 14th. The record high is 8,595 for that card. So checking eBay, we have one for 1,200, 8 bids. 4,000, a bid. And 4,250, 38 bids. Here's 5,300, 33 bids. 6,100, no bids. And then here's the cheapest that you can get it for a buy now, a best offer, basically $7K on that one. So checking the PSA 5 has a pop of 1,017. For the last month, it sold for 7,362. Last sold for 7,000 on the 16th. So a little bit of a tail off right there. The record high was 8,600. If we check eBay, we have one right here for 7,099, 40 bids. There's 7,750 or best offer, so that's the cheapest that you can negotiate. And, and there's a few others. It gets a little bit higher from here. So the PSA 6 has a pop of 1,676 for the past month. It sold for an average of 8,935. So it last sold for 8,842. So it's kind of leveled off here the last 4 sales. The record high was 11,811, and that was right here on the 2nd. If we check eBay, we have one here, a new listing, 2,175, 18 bids. Here's one for 3,050, 23 bids. 4,050, 20 bids. 5,300, 22 bids. There's another one for 5,500, 18 bids. 7,500, 33 bids. And this is the cheapest one that you can negotiate right here, about 9,000 or best offer. And there's a few more up here. Just gets higher and higher. So if we check the BGS 6 has a pop of 452. There's only been 3 sales in the last month, and it averages 7,333. The last one being 7,050 on the 12th, and the record high is 7,700. There are none on auction right now. So let's go straight to the BGS 6.5. Has a pop of 626. For the past month, there's only just been this one sale for 7,729, and that's also the record high, and that's what they consider the average. So if we check eBay, we have one here at 6,000 with 20 bids. There's one 7,500 with 1 bid, so it's close, to that record. So here's a buy it now for basically 10,000, and then 15,000 our best offer. So BGS 7 has a pop of 966 for the past month. It's sold on average for 10,699. Last sold for 9,500. So this one's kind of tailed off too. That was on the 13th. The high price was 12,700. So if we check eBay, we have one here for 7,500, 27 bids. And then here's one for buy it now, best offer, 13,500. Here's another one for 13,950, and it just gets higher from here. So PSA 7 has a pop of 3,390, the second most common grade on PSA. For the last month, it sold for 12,855 on average. It last sold for 12,544, so it's starting to come up a little bit from that dip. It sold for a record high of 15,900 not long ago here on the 7th. So if we check eBay, we have one for $3,150, 10 bids. Here's 5,600, 7 bids. 7,100, 8,100, 9,000, 9,100, 9,500, no bids on this one. But here's 9,600 with 21 bids, so that's pretty good. Here's 10,300, 53 bids. 10,900, a new listing, 0 bids. 11,350, 38 bids. 12,500, a new listing. 13,000. 14,500, 14,750. Let's see, it's a while before you get to a best offer. Okay, so 14,999 or best offer. That's the cheapest that you can negotiate with right there. So BGS 7.5, 1,451 population. For the past month, it sold for $11,012. Last sold for $9,875. So this card is starting to tail off a little bit too. So the record high was 13,000 on this one. If we check eBay, we have one here for 7,400, 16 bids. And then best offer, buy it now, 11,999. And here's another one for like 13,000. It just gets higher from there. So if we check PSA 8, 7,760 population. It's the highest, it's the most common grade. For the past month, it sold for an average of 19,203. We have like 65 sales. It last sold for 18,300. So this card is slowly tailing off. The record high was 26,101. Was too long ago, like right here on the 5th. So we check eBay. We have a whole lot of these. See, look at this right here for a second. Look at this. Someone is selling a holder right here. So someone is just, he's encouraging fraud, basically. So let's look at this real quick. So I want you guys to take a screenshot of this right here with this serial number. So if you ever see this card show up in the future, you know that it's not a real card. So just be aware of that. So we have this one here for 5,101, 9 bids. Here's one for 5,000, 5,000. We have several that started out today. 5,000, here's 6,200, 7,700, 9,000, 9,000. There's a lot of listings for this 8. So 10,400, here's 11,100, 11,000, 11,000, 12,600, 13,000. There's a few in the 13,000 range here. Here's 14,000, it's 59 bids. 14,500. Here's 15,100, 23 bids. We got a few in the 15,000 range here. And here's one in 16,100, 21 bids. Some of these have no bids. There's another one, no bids. 17,500, no bids. Here's 17,998, our best offer. But we still have some up here. Here's 18,650, our best offer. We still got some on auction up here from PWCC, like 19,130 bids. That's the high one right now. It has 23 hours left. So, because this one started like 10 days ago. So, it started before the card started to dip a little bit. So it got up to this price pretty quickly. It just kind of goes up from here, up in the 20s. So a lot of options for that card. Here's a BGS8 with a pop of 2,041. For the last month, it sold for an average of 13,851. Last sold for 12,902 right here on the 15th. The record high was 17,800 just on the 7th here. So the card is considerably down since that spike. If we look online, if we look on eBay, we got 4,650, 145 bids on that. That's a lot of bids. So here's 5,100, 32 bids. It's a new listing. Here's another new listing, 5,600, 10,400, 11,100, 11,511. That might be the high. No, here's another one, 11,477. So this probably has a higher shipping. That's why it's higher. And then we have this one, 14,000, no bids. Let's see the highest or the lowest best offer. Here we go, 16,500 or best offer. So that's the cheapest you can negotiate, and it just goes a little bit higher from there. So SGC8, this has a pop around 300. So that has averaged 16,544 for the month. There's only been 2 sales. So it last sold for 14,088 on the 11th, and the record high was 19,000. Let's go to the 8.5. The 8.5 also has a pop around 300. So the past month it sold for 16,452 on average. We only have 4 sales. It last sold for 17,655 right on the 16th. So that just happened. The high was 20,099. This is a new record high right here. So if we look on SGC website, we can look at these populations. So the 8 has 385. The 8.5 has 358. The 9 has 216, and the 9.5 and the 10 both have 25 each. So if we look on eBay, we had this 8 here. It's the only one on auction for 8,661 bids. And then we have an 8 here that you can get a best offer on, 19,350. And then we have an 8.5 here for 19,950 or best offer. We don't have any on auction. I think here's another one right here for 23,500 a best offer. So we got a couple of options on that 8.5. So if we look at the BGS 8.5, it has a pop of 2,538. For the past month, it's sold for $18,219 on average. Sold for $16,700 on the 16th. So just recently, the record high is $23,100 right here on the 4th. So if we look on eBay, we have one here for $5,100 new listing, $5,100 new listing. There's another one for $5,100 new listing. So we had a few new listings on this card. $8,100, 20 bids. Here's $10,300, $10,600, 30 bids. $13,000, 45 bids. $15,600, 38 bids. And then here's a buy it now for $18,200. This is a new listing. And this is the cheapest that you can get it for a best offer, $18,499. And we got plenty of more options for that. PSA 8.5 has a pop at 385, not very many. For the past month, it sold on average for $32,492, only 7 sales. So it last sold for $26,324 on the 15th. So for 4 straight sales, this card has been kind of declining from the record high of $43,400 right here on the 2nd, that big spike. So if we look on eBay, we got 4,509 bids, 10,100 2 bids, 21,311 45 bids. That's probably the high right there. But you can get it for best offer for $33,999. This might be a good card to look at. And then we have one here for $40,500, and we got a few more options that are higher. So the SGC 9, we know it has a pop at 216. It's only had 2 sales in the last month that average at 42,866 with the record high of 57,600, and that was the last sale as well on the 3rd. If we look on eBay, we got a few of these. 7,700, a new listing, 12 bids. Here's one for 20,100, 50 bids. And then here's a buy it now for $64,999. We got a couple more options right here where you can do best offers. So if we look at this PSA 9, has a pop of 2,767. So on average, it is sold for the last month 62,830. It's been 25 sales. The last sale was quite a drop off, 60,401. You know, this is not typical right here, but we got this huge drop off because the record high was 88,999. So we were hoping this card might reach 100,000, but it don't look like it's going to do it anytime soon unless something major changes in the hobby. So if we look on eBay, we have this 15,625, 42 bids, 16,100, 14 bids. These are new listings. There's another new listing for 22,324. There's 22,700, 29,100, 35,100. Another new listing, 26 bids. This has 2 hours left. 41,176 bids, 50,155 bids, 50,182 bids, 51,000. That's 68 bids. Here's 51,582 bids, and this one ended. So let's see how much it ended for. So 62,000 on that one. So it's already up from that one that had dropped off. So that's a good sign right there. So here's one 58,200. This has 38 minutes left, 132 bids. That's the high right now. So here's one for 65,000, our best offer. So yeah, someone's trying to sell his right away. Here's 70,000, our best offer. There's 72,500. Buy it now. And here's another one for 72,500, best offer, and it just kind of goes up from there. So BGS 9 has a pop of 1,641 for the last month. It has sold on average of 38,611, 14 sales. Last sold for 36,100 right here on the 16th, so just recently. So this one's kind of leveled off since the big spike of 56,000 right here on the 10th. And that was the record. So if we look on eBay, we got one for 3,500, 5 bids. Here's 7,600, 7,800. 14,000, this is a new listing, 15 bids. 15,300, 42 bids. 23,000, 23,000, 25,000, 25,700, 76 bids. Here's 27,500, no bids. Here's 30,100, 40 bids. Here's 34,999, buy it now. There's 42,000 or best offer, so that's the cheapest that you can negotiate. And there's more options up here. There's quite a few more options that you can choose from. You know, better eye appeal sticker on this one. So SGC 9.5, we know it has a pop of 25 for the last month. It is at, well, this is 3 months right here because we only have 4 sales for the 3 months, average of 55,000. So it lasts for 125,000, which was a huge climb from what it had been. So that's the record high. So we have 2 more sales of these right now. Well, we have 2 more live auctions, so we can see if those close near this record high here, the spike. So that would be really interesting to see. But we have none on eBay. So let's look at the BGS 9.5 has a pop of 526. It last sold for 162,500. For the past 3 months, there's only been 10 sales. So it's average at 81,605. You've got to split this card in half. I say this all the time for you loyal watchers. I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, but I want these new watchers to know that this card is split into 2. So these humps right here, all the way to this right here, this 120, these are all the high ends. These are all quad 9.5s and above. And if you go right down here at the bottom, all these low ones, these are the low ends that have 1.9 sub. And you could draw a straight line from here all the way to here to the 76. And that's all the low ends. So the low ends are going up and the high ends are going up. So don't get fooled there, because this card definitely has some growth. But here's a BGS 9.5 low end. It's already at 95,000. So it's cruised past that 76,000 already. This still has 1 day left. So here's another low end. This is a 9 on the surface, 175,000 our best offer. So here's another low end, has a 9 on the surface, 240,000 our best offer. Here's one that has a 9 on the centering, 245,000 our best offer. Here's a 9 on the centering, 250,000 best offer, 250,000 best offer, 9 on the surface. 9 on the surface, 300,000, buy it now. And this one has a 10 on the surface, so it's a high end. It's quad 9.5 and above. 329,000 our best offer. And here's one that has a 9 on the surface. It comes with the sticker. The sticker is sold for 70,000 in record high, and it hasn't sold in a while, so it could be more than that, I would think. But 400,000 our best offer for the pair. And this one has a 9 on the edges. This has a 9 on the corners. You get the pair here for 544,000. We also have this other one that for some reason doesn't show up in that feed, so that's why I have to show it separately. And this is a high end. This has a 10 on the centering, quad 9.5s and above, 350,000 our best offer. So the PSA 10 has a pop of 315. It was 317. It just keeps shrinking for some reason, mysterious reason. One keeps dropping off every now and then. I don't know why, but it has averaged for the past 3 months for 332,000. But this was a huge correction on this card, so it lasted for 645,000 on the 3rd, and the record high is 720,000 for a pair. This is 2 sales right here together. So if we look on eBay, we had one here for 695,000, but it dropped off. I checked it. It said that it was no longer available. So we don't know if it's sold or not. If it's sold privately, we don't know. We have this one for 800,000, our best offer. We got this one for 1 million, our best offer. And here's 1,200,000, our best offer. And you also get the sticker that has sold for 220,000 before. So checking the recently ended. So recently ended, we have this one, this BGS 9 listed for 55,000, and it sold for 43,100. Yes, I know this is very ugly here, but for some reason eBay has changed this. I don't know if they've caught on to like some of us figuring that out, and they just trying to make it a little bit more painful for us. But I don't really care. So PSA 8 sold for 18,338 bids. Here's a SGC 8 sold for 20,099, 36 bids, and that was like the new record. Here's a PSA 6 sold for 8,842, 28 bids. Here's a PSA 9 off-center qualifier sold for 18,446 bids. So that's a high for that type of card. Here's a BGS 9 for 36,134 bids. Here's another SGC 85 sold for 17,655, 47 bids. Here's a PSA 5 sold for 7,040 bids. Here's a BGS 85 sold for 16,727 bids. Here is a PSA 7 sold for 14,089 with 34 bids. Here's a SGC 7 sold for 8,750, 37 bids. Here's a BGS 85 that sold for 15,039, 39 bids. Here's another one sold for 16,001, 31 bids. Here's a this PSA 9 was relisted, so we'll talk about that. Here's a BGS 85 sold for 15,000, or was listed for 15,000, and it sold for 14,000. So here's a PSA 8 sold for 15,200, 2 bids. Here's this is a PSA 1 that sold for 3,539, 7 bids. Here is a SGC Authentic listed for 8,499, and it sold for $7,000. So wow, that's like pretty much higher than the PSA Authentics have been selling for. This one has a pretty nice eye appeal. So here is another PSA 1 listed for 4,699. Let's see what this went for. So 3,875 on that PSA 1. So here's a PSA 7 sold for 12,634 bids. There's a PSA 2 that sold for 4,895. Buy it now. And a PSA 3 sold for 5,137 bids on that one. All right, so let's look at these stickers. So the PSA 10 has a pop of 119. For the past 3 months, it's only had 4 sales, so it's sold on average for 102,000. The last sale being 200,100 on the 4th. So let's look at the BGS 9.5. So BGS 9.5 has a pop of 32. For the past 3 months, there's only been 3 sales, and it's averaged 37,125. This has a huge climb. Last sold for 70,000, and that is the record. So if we go to the BGS 9, the BGS 9 has a pop of 223. For the last 3 months, it's only had 2 sales, and it's averaged 7,750. It last sold for 11,000 on the 24th of January. So if we check the PSA 9, has a pop of 1,877. For the past 3 months, it's had a 66 sales. So it's average of 14,729. Last sold for 22,850 on the 16th. The record high is 31,133. Let's look at the last month. It has averaged 24,196. It's tailing off a little bit there. So if we go to the PSA 85, has a pop of 73. For the past month, there's been 5 sales. It's averaged 10,580. Last one being 15,000. That's also the record high on the 7th. So if we go to the PSA 8, has a pop of 3,469. For the past month, it sold for 8,467. Last sold for 8,200. The record high was 13,400 here on the 2nd. Huge spike on that card. So we go to the PSA 7, has a pop of 1,298. For the past month, it has averaged 3,773 for 43 sales. Last sold for 4,550 on the 16th. The record high is 5,150. So let's look at the 6. PSA 6, 828 population. For the last month, it is sold for 2,533 for 20 sales. It last sold for 2,500, so right around that average. That was on the 14th. The record high for this is 3,505. That was the spike. So we have one more into the website. We have this PSA 5 has a pop of 810. So it's averaged 2,212, 29 sales for the last month. It last sold for 2,575 on the 16th, so just recently. And the high was 2,899. So that's all of the sticker rookie cards that Card Ladder has added to their system. So let's look at the Let's look at the Star card. All right, so BGS 95 has a pop of 3. This card has not sold since 2015, so we have no sales data on this card, unfortunately. So let's go to the next. We go to the BGS 9. So it has a pop of 68. Also, we have no sales data for this card. So for the past month, there's no sales. If we go 3 months, there's one sale on the, back in December for $34,500. This is severely out of date because we all know this card is worth a lot more than that now. So if we go to the BGS 8.5, this card sells a lot, 237. So for the past 3 months, it's had 5 sales. I see this a lot on eBay though. So these are just the confirmed sales. So it's average 31,162 for these 5 sales. It last sold for 55,600 on the 15th, and that was the record high for that card. So we also have let's check the 8. The 8 has a pop of 234. So this is averaged for the 3 months, 15,774, 6 sales. Last sold for 38,000, and that was the record high on the 30th of January here. So huge correction on this card. So let's check the 7.5. Has a pop of 180. For 3 months, there's only been 5 sales. It's averaged 14,620. Last sold for 30,000. So, this card is going up. But this was on the 4th. So that is also the record high on that card. So BGS 7, pop of 92. So for the past 3 months, it only had 2 sales and it averaged 8,600. Last one being 10,500 as a record high on the 22nd of January. So not a lot of these cards out there. So the 6.5, this is the last card that Card Ladder has added to their system. Has a pop of 40. So past 3 months, there's only been just one sale on January on the 21st. And it was for 15,000, and that's also the record, of course. So not a lot of these, not a lot of sales data on these, but this is what we got. And let's look on eBay. Let's see what these are doing on eBay. So there's only a few of these on auction. So we have a 6 here that's at 20,101. So this is already going to shatter the record. 45 bids, 22 hours left. Here's a BGS 7.5. It's at 26,058 bids. So here's a 7.5 new listing, 40,000 our best offer. Here's an authentic 45,000 our best offer. Nice looking ones, probably trimmed. A lot of these were trimmed, back in the day. Here's a 8.5 for 45,140 bids. Here's a 7.5 for 46,500, 0 bids. Here's another 7.5 for 52,500, a best offer. Here's an 8 for 67,500, a best offer. Here's an 8 for 79,000. Here's a 7.5 for 150,000, our best offer. Good Lord. Here's an 8.5 for like 400,000. I mean, these are getting a little ridiculous. Here's actually a 9, so pretty rare card here. $500,000 on that one for our best offer. So that's pretty crazy. The rest of these are 8.5s, and look, it's almost $1 million. So, all right, let's check on the summary page here. So, going back to the 86 Fleer base card, the record high is 720,000. The record confirmed sell, and we have one up on auction for 564,000. BGS 9.5, the record high for the high ends is 162,000. And we have one that's up to 103,000. I've already included the buyer's premium, so that's why these look higher than the ones that we saw. 76,000 is the low in BGS 9.5 record, and we have one up to 95,000 already. I hope this gets confirmed so we can get a new comp on this card. SGC 9.5, the record is 125,000, and we have one up to 75,000. The PSA 9, the record is 88,000. We have one up to 58,000. BGS 9 record 56,000. There's one up to 30,100. And the SGC 9, the record is 57,000. We have one up to 20,000 right now. The PSA 8.5 record high is 43,400, and one is up to 21,300 right now. So I also have the BGS 8.5s to the BGS 7s. So I don't see any of these getting close to the record on any of these to the record high. The PSA 7 here, yeah, I don't see any of these getting to the record high. So you can pause the video and take a look at these if you want. Now on the low ends, we have some that are getting close. The BGS 6.5 is at 7,500, so it's getting close to the record high. And then the only other one that's getting close, well, the PSA 5 maybe, you know, it's getting there. But this PSA 2, these low ends are really picking up. So this PSA 2 is at 4850. It's getting close to the record. You know, it's just really about that eye appeal on these cards, you know. So that is my update for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, just go ahead and give it a like. And that really helps me out. And you guys have a nice rest of your day. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next Michael Jordan Rookie Card Market Report.